I've been having this weird thing happen. Chest pain, headache, like I would call it a bad headache. Like in my world, if it was from 0 to 10, and 10 being the worst, then I would say between like 7 and 8. So pretty big headache. And the whole like left side just being kind of weak, weaker than the right side. So, and I've had this going on for like 3 days. And here's my friend. Does it look? Mr. Right. Hey there. So, I just wanted to talk a little bit about something. And normally when I have like a headache, which I don't have often, then I just, go to bed and in the morning the headache would be gone, like always. And this headache just has not been leaving me, and the chest pain either. And at times I have this like sort of a weakness in my whole left side. And I don't know if that's like a serious thing I need to like stress out. I mean, besides the fact that I am, stressed from life. But so my friend has let me borrow. It's been, I think, a week already. Maybe this is the second week already. Let me borrow her Rife machine, Mr. Rife. And the day before yesterday I used it, but yesterday I didn't use it, and today I haven't used it yet. And I'm thinking, why don't I use it? Disclaimer, it's for experiments. It's in experimental phase. Rife machine is a frequency generator machine, and the belief behind it is that I'm gonna put information like right here now. Anyhow, so that's the idea. And I used, my friend introduced me with Mr. Rife when I was going through my TED the Tumor experience, and it helped me hugely. The biggest challenge was to find the right frequencies. But once we found them, that was great. And the way we knew we found them, or that's basically how we saw it, or that kind of approach we had, that like, if my body would react somehow while I'm using Mr. Rife, then that's like an indication that these are the right frequencies, my body has needed them. And if there's no reaction whatsoever, then like everything is fine. That's most likely is not the right frequency. So we experimented with Mr. Rife during my TED the Tumor experience, and there were numerous times when I would go to see her and I would be physically in pain. Like the whole TED area would be painful, and the pain would go away within first like 5-10 minutes after I started to use Mr. Rife. I've experienced it on myself that the pain goes away, like shortly after starting to use Mr. Rife. So, and here I've had Mr. Rife, and I hadn't used it yesterday, and I hadn't used it today. And so why I am telling this all is because I thought, as I'm now setting up Rife to use it, I'm thinking, isn't it also somehow symbolic to how often we do things in life when we have something right there, like right in front of our noses, under our noses, or I think that's a saying, right under our nose. But anyhow, like we have it right in front of us, and instead of using what's right in front of us, we are looking for something else. Like we are looking, like we are overlooking what we already have, what we already can use, what we already can do in life, like in general in life we can do, or in certain situations, in problem situation, in health related situations, when we are sick maybe, and just in anything we overlook what we already have. Also with our talents and abilities, like we I mean, not all of us, I'm just, you know, saying as an example that you know how we don't use our talents because it seems like it's too simple, too easy, so we do something else that's harder, and try to use that to give us fulfillment, instead of us using our talents and feeling fulfillment that way. And just, yeah, and in just different situations, like, do we always, I just thought this was like a perfect example, yeah, for how we have, I mean, I'm not saying that Mr. Rife here in my situation is like the ultimate all that I need to feel better, but it definitely is something that can help. And like I said in the past, I've had experiences of Mr. Rife helping me. So, like, we have something right in front of our eyes, and we just somehow dismiss it, and we look for solutions outside of us. Also, how often is it that we look for answers outside ourselves? Like, we don't trust our gut feeling, we don't trust ourselves, our abilities to do something, or to heal something, or to come up with solutions, and like we either dismiss them when we get the feelings and ideas, or we don't even allow ourselves to think that we could possibly have the answers to our questions or solutions to our situations ourselves. We just go and look for them somewhere else, or we go ask someone else, and we rely on that more than on ourselves. I see it a lot happening in doing psychic medium work, where people usually know the answers to their questions. They might not know exact answers, but they do know usually the direction. The more we talk and things come up, it turns out they already know, or have known, had a feeling that this is direction to go to, or this is what the situation is about. And so, yeah, I always say it's important to think for yourself, take your feeling in account before you take anyone else's. And yeah, so here is the thought of tonight. I was actually gonna go and put a different video up tonight, but up for today, but this was just such a perfect situation here to talk about. And yeah, so suggestion here would be, at the end of this thought rambling, to before looking for answers, looking for solutions outside ourselves, outside of what we already have, whether it is like physical device like Mr. Rife, or whether it is our abilities, our ideas, our mind, thought process that we can use to find solutions, or before going outside and looking for anything, to look within ourselves and within our closest environment, what we already have, and can we use what we already have to fix the situation, or to support our journey, support the situation? Can it be part of solution, and things like that? So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by. If you have any thoughts, comments on this topic, comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, click like. And if you would like to see more videos of this kind, then subscribe to my channel, and I will see you hopefully in the next video.